Hey my beautiful friends, it's your friend Kevin. We are at the start of a new week. That means we choose a new card of the week and a new deck with which to take our card of the day. So welcome everybody. Thank you for being here. Thank you for liking, subscribing and increasing the bandwidth of this channel. Let's get right on with it. This is your card of the day. Alright, so my friends, I'm going to stick with the Divine Masters Oracle deck with Kyle Gray as the card of the week. I typically worked with the Archangels from two of Radley Valentine's decks, and about a month ago I switched and went into the Divine Masters because I feel like, you know, we are spiritual beings having a human experience, and as we work towards bringing more light to the planet, bringing more love, more harmony, more balance, more peace, more of those things, I realized that we also have access to the different realms, the ascended masters who at some point lived here in the earth plane. And this is why I chose this Divine Masters Oracle, because there are different realms, just as there are different religious beliefs. This one that popped up that came up this morning was a new one for me. I'll get to that in a minute. We're also going to use the Archangel Michael Sword of Light Oracle for cutting through and moving out what needs to be sort of like sorted through. I love this Oracle deck. It is, you know, I think some of Radley's decks are just phenomenal. This one is got lightness, it's got joy, it's got peace, it's got everything you could possibly want from it. And not that any of the others are not, but every so often it's just sort of like that delicate or decadent dessert. All right, here we go. So the isms today, because it's a day 5, and a day 5 to me is always like a train ride. We have got on the train and we are not yet at our destination. We're keeping on going, and this is a journey. A 5-day for me means we're given a heads up to where we're going. We're given a heads up based on our desires, based on what we're looking to do, as to the journey unfolding. So change is coming. It always comes. It's always coming. We're at a point now where we're entering into some eclipse season, and we've got a new moon eclipse coming up on the 10th of March. Today we work into the last quarter moon, to where we're still working through letting go and just removing clutter from our life, as we saw and heard from Shiva last week. So today, of all days, be courageous. Look at things with the idea of being a visionary traveler, curious, freedom. The other one I want to say, this is about awakening, looking at things differently. Have a look at your plans, have a look at your journey, have a look at your map, your purpose. Instead of trying to fit in, instead of trying to make it work with other people's plans, perhaps you can see, why don't I just go out on my own and do my thing? That could be what's coming up for you. Isms, I am always in the flow of more and more greatness. If we're not, what are we doing? I am on the way to another wonderful experience, which I love this for a number 5 day, that every experience does not have to be a problem. We can come up against problems. I like to call it contrasting. Work with the contrast. All right, so let's get to our card of the week. Da da da. Now this one was quite a new one for me. Guru Ram Dass. It's about miraculous moments and the harmony that surrounds us all. We have to expect miracles if we want them to come. Now, the message that will be here each and every week for us from the great Guru Ram Dass. Now, this one was this man was an orphan, and he joined the Sikhs. He's a Sikh guru, just as the Dalai Lama is to Buddhists. Gurus are to Sikhs, and I want to almost say Hindus, but definitely a Sikh And if you want to know more about the Sikh religion, I say dig in. If it speaks to you, if you'd like to know a little bit more about it, and as we integrate on a global level with more and more folks who are pushing against being controlled, we're seeing different ways of looking at the same thing, light and harmony. So the message all week long is blessings. Look for the blessings where you are right now. Even if the odds are stacked up against you, let yourself be guided to expect miracles. And if you think, and if you're witnessing that the energy or the people or the situations or the stories or the clap trap is piling up and trying to stop you from being yourself or from living your wonderful life, then you should feel called to live. Know that staying connected to God, you're going to prevail. Don't allow anyone, anything, anybody, any situation, anything you hear to stand between you and the dreams that you've created for yourself. And by staying committed to what you have in your desires, what you have in your vision, you're going to allow all those impossible dreams and all those impossible thoughts and feelings to become a reality. It's the best divine benevolent outcome. I learned that from my friend Vicky, who's a friend of this channel. You are ready for allowing the best divine benevolent outcome for everything, and you almost have to let that go. It is not about you choosing the how and the why and the when and the where. It's about you knowing, not choosing. There's a difference. I know it. I feel it. It's coming. And it can be really difficult to do when the energies around us are kind of like working in a different direction. I'm going to get into a little bit of a personal thing that I got into last week while I was cleaning the... Oh, I'll share that. Gertrude saying, come on, get out of the weeds. I love her. Anyway, our divine masters want us to know that everything's possible and that we're worthy of light, of healing, of abundance, of support. Miracles, nothing is too huge. You've got to know that you're only limited by what your mind and your thoughts are telling you. Don't measure what seems possible. Just trust that miracles become your reality. You know, we look at, okay, that's possible, I can do that. Those are easy. But sometimes we've got that inkling to go after something a bit more. Now let's get Gertrude and Beatrice to tell us what to shuffle and bring a card out. Thank you, ladies, for bringing with me today and to bring us a card that will enlighten, inspire, heal, bring peace, harmony to all of us today, and work with these wonderful isms and this lovely... There you go. Here we go. They just said yes. Here we go. See, I like it when this happens. You know what's interesting with this is these cards have got such similar backgrounds. Let's have a quick shufty of what that looks like and what that means. Well, the first card of the entire deck, all is in perfect timing. This is it. You're right here where you need to be. It's time to take action right now. And Archangel Michael is saying he's going to be there to help us every step of the way. We have to destroy. It's going to be destroyed anyway. Whether you accept that or not, the negativity, the stuff that's dragging us down and pulling us back is about to be destroyed. As we watch more and more people point fingers, lay blame, shame, all of that stuff is going to start blowing up against the people who are actually doing it. And I will share that in a minute because I was on a rampage yesterday. All right. Where we're going with this is the number 20. So this tells us what's happening. This tells us, listen, pay attention. Doors are wide open to possibility. This is what Guru Ram Das is saying. The miracles are in our head. We got to see it if we want to believe it, and we got to believe it if we want to achieve it. Say it again. We've got to see it in our head, in our mind, in our hearts. if we want to believe it. And if we believe it, we're going to achieve it. I'm hoping you're getting that, you're tracking it. It is great. What is it? Course in Miracles. What is that lady? Esther Hicks, Abraham Hicks. Oh, Law of Attraction. It's all. That's why that is so prevalent in everybody's mouth and their tongues and their heads. So, right now, no, it is not yet time. Do you see this? It is the hourglass. And you see it goes right with our number 5 number. So we're on our way. We're on this journey. We're on this train. I'm thinking of that steam train that leaves platform 9 3/4 from Harry Potter. This is not the divine right time to take action. See where we're going. We're like on this journey, looking at the plan, seeing what we're paying attention to and not paying attention to, going through our boxes, our cupboards, our closets, and just pulling out stuff we haven't seen, used, read, wanted, donate it, discard it, whatever you need to do with it. Be patient. The opportune moment is on its way. So why is this so important to say all is in perfect timing, but you're going to have to wait? So this to me says our last quarter moon, a number 5 day in traveling, on the way to wonderful experiences. But just like when we line up to catch the bus, or we work on a plan, because of technology moving so quickly. God, I remember days when they didn't have a fax machine, and some of us are old enough to know photocopiers. We're not. Oh my goodness. When I went to school, they had these 3 bits of paper, and there was this purple carbon paper, like a tissue paper, but one side of it was like this purple ink. And the secretary at the school had this big thing with a handle, and to make copies, she had to kind of like put the printed piece, and then it was like a press. It was like a hand press. Crazy. I don't know when photocopiers came into being, but if you look at that movie 9 to 5 with Jane Fonda and Lily Tomlin and the wonderful Dolly Parton, you'll see these humongous great big machines that they used. It's quite phenomenal. And I'm getting into the weeds. Yes, Gertrude, Beatrice, stop. What I'm telling you is that was probably the 70s and 80s, and we went kaboom. 40 years, which is not very long if you think about how long the planet's been going. 40 years, we catapulted ourselves into this speed bump, right? So now you're looking at, okay, people can go online, order something, and it's in their house 2 hours later. That's bizarre, crazy. But the human experience isn't quite so quick. And what I want all of us, myself included, to learn is that sometimes we have to go back to that drawing board and take our time. You know, many of us have been in the corporate world where they're telling you, you know, people work 24/7. They're getting emails coming in and people are making demands. And if you're the kind of person that jumps and says, all right, you know, you're like one of them house elves, you're ding-a-ling-a-ling, let's go do it. Whoever's telling you to do this has an expectation that you'll get this by 3 o'clock. I'm in the hairdressing business. I've got folks that will say, oh, I've got something that came up. I can't come in today. Will you please put me on the schedule for another time? Well, yes, and whoa. Okay, so it shifts. Does that make sense? I'm hoping I'm making sense. I was telling you I want to share something yesterday about concentrate on what needs to be removed, what needs to be, and why you have to have patience doing it. I was getting a stain out of one of those ceramic cooktops. I don't like those bloody things. I really don't. I mean, I want to go back to the time where you had the little metal dish and the coils that heated the elements so you could put stuff on the stove. Oh, no. Now you have to have these whole plates that go red, and get anything on those things and they are something else to get out. Anyway, I figured I'm going to work on getting this. I'm going to work on doing this. Well, you have to use this ceramic cooktop stuff. I know, it's some kind of grit. Tip it on there and rub it in. And I'm watching, I'm thinking, this is what patience is about. It's about working it and polishing it and polishing it and working it and working it and polishing and moving things out the way. Gradually, slowly, but surely. Now, what does Ram Dass Guru want us to know about finding the miracles? It's tough to do it. Anybody who've ever studied diamonds look like bits of coal. They're found underneath the ground. They're not pretty. They're not shiny. They're not all sparkly. They're not coming out in beautiful rings. And in some places, they are mined with great scrutiny. I mean, there's some people that have lost their lives and have been in all kinds of trouble trying to get diamonds, particularly in some parts of the country, not naming them, because that will get me in trouble. What I'm saying to you is this. Where there's light and there's glimmering, sparkling stuff, right? There's also dirt. There's also things we have to clean off. There's also things we have to move aside. If you're on this channel and you're tracking all of this, which some of you are, and I love you all. I'm loving the community that we're creating, and I'm just one person. I don't have a team of people behind the camera or a team of people editing all this stuff to put it up to you. I mean, I really don't. Yesterday I was putting the video up and I was bombarded by, not bombarded, I shouldn't say that. You know, there's YouTube, when you're creating content, there's these suggestions based on what you've seen before. And I'm looking at how come these folks over here have 101. Well, I'm just going to go there. I'm going to go there. Gertrude, stop. She's saying, be careful. I'm going to go there. I'm just going to go there. All right. So the video I'm looking at was posted 4 hours prior. Got it. 4 hours. Been up 4 hours. This person has 1.8 thousand. 1.8 thousand. I'm guessing K is 1,000 views. It's only been up 4 hours. Where are these people? And what in the world are they just staying there, locked in there? I happened to catch Howie Mandel's podcast with Kathy Griffin. He's trying to tell her how to work TikTok. And I've also done classes on building your business, online business. The point I'm making with this, what I realized is where people's attention's going. Where is their focus going? So the person who had a video up for 4 hours, in the title, it was words like royal, it was words like disaster, it was words like scandalation, it was words like terrible. Anything that could grab a headline, just like the newspapers did, would make you go and pay attention. Now, why is that important for you to know, and why am I talking about it? We're looking for miracles, and we're looking for light, and we're looking for love, we're looking for balance, we're looking for peace, we're looking for everyone to feel good. Get up on the right foot, not the back foot. Tell your angels and your guides when you first wake up, it is going to be a glorious day, and I'm grateful. Not everybody's doing it. Not everybody is doing that. Right here in my local area and in the United States, there's this thing called Super Tuesday. It's all to do with politics. Don't rag on me if I'm telling you I am not lining up with those complete strangers looking and booking and voting for somebody I don't even know. And whatever their platform is. Because next week, when they've won or they've lost, they won't care less about me. Or if they've won, they'll care more about me and they'll send me emails telling them to send them $5, $8, $10, help me. We've got to raise millions. That burns my sweet white backside up. People are struggling, myself included. People don't have heat in their houses, can't feed their children, can't educate, can't even get a car to go somewhere. And yet these people want to raise millions, billions to do what? To do what? For how long? I'm getting political. Sorry. The point I'm making with all of this is sometimes to shine the light, we got to look for the cracks, and we got to shine those lights out and be that and keep that, which is why I feel like it's super, super important for us to keep the dream and the desire alive. What I know for sure in my heart of hearts, I've been doing this for nearly 4 years, that essence, that focus, that love, that smile, that gift, that lightness, that joy is a magnet. It's a magnet because people want it. Truly, they want it. Eventually, these scandalation channels and the people that are pointing, I mean, really, leave that royal family alone. They've got enough to going on. You don't have to wonder why they didn't show up for here, there, and everywhere. Oh my God, don't get me started on that man who, what a weird way, who his life ended by his own hand. That's sad. Don't go into the background, but now all the world knows their business. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. So, what do I want to say in closing? Because this has gone way over time. I know Gertrude, she's fussing. She's got herself in quite a flap. It's not like she's got to go somewhere and catch a bus. I mean, really. Come on, stop. All right. You're on the way to something incredible. You got to keep the dream alive. Archangel Michael's saying, I got you. I see you. I'm tracking you. Let it all come. And Guru Ram Dass, if you don't know who that is, go pay attention and look it up. I love you all so much. And I'm so grateful you're here. So grateful. Have a great day. Till tomorrow. Bye for now. Hey everybody, we hope you've enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to like, subscribe and share it with all your friends. Here's a QR code if you decide you'd like to get a private personal reading with me. I'm available most evenings and on the weekends. Just go over to the website, book in what session, 30 minutes, 60 minutes, and then fill in the contact information and I'll be back in touch. And if you feel kind enough, here is a link to my donation button. Energy exchange of any amount is always gratefully received. Until next time, be well, be blessed, and thanks so much for watching. Bye.